Another day, feeling under the weather a little bit, still a little stuffy, feeling a lot better than I did feel, like I said, gradually getting over this shit. I had an okay day. It was a weird day. Started off kind of whack. I had a little bit of a setback at the gym. My days and how good they go are always based off how good I do at the gym, for whatever reason. I'm starting to think that I'm very mentally dependent on the gym. And I think that's a good thing, I guess. I don't know. But the thing is, if I don't have a good lift, if I don't have a good workout, it sets the tone for like the rest of the day. If I have a good workout, I'm feeling good all day. And I've been having troubles with my knee. I injured it, it got better, and then I took a fall a couple weeks ago. I fell and I hit my damn knee again. I think I injured it again, I should say. But it's like my patella. It's kind of hard to explain. But part of my knee that I was really having trouble with is the part that I hit when I fell. It's like a different part of my knee. My kneecap, and then it's my patella. Patella I was having trouble with a long time ago. It got better. Then something happened. I injured my knee in the gym. The patella and the knee is kind of all one thing. The patella tendon is kind of lower than the knee. I don't feel like getting into all that. Go research it. But anyway, my knee got better. The part of my knee that was hurting and that was giving me trouble the most, that got better as I was doing my PT exercises, doing ATG split squats. It got way better. And I was able to lift, do my squats and whatnot, have a normal leg day. Still had progress to make, but overall progress that I made so far was good. So had that little setback when I fell. I fucked my shit up. I hadn't lifted. I hadn't done legs. Normally I do legs once a week. I got sick, so I couldn't do it. I do legs every Monday, and so I couldn't do legs last Monday because I was sick as hell. And so today is like the first time I was able to do legs since last Monday. And I went and I tried to do the shit, but where I hit my patella when I fell started hurting, and I just couldn't do my leg workout like I wanted to. I couldn't do my squats. I couldn't do anything really that involved the function of that knee or whatever. It kind of just pissed me off, kind of made me mad. It really kind of set the tone for my day. It wasn't the best day. It got better gradually the less I thought about the lift. It's just that them setbacks be having me so mad because I done made so much progress in the gym, and like when I hurt myself or something and then I have to, stay away from the gym for a little bit because of an injury or stop working on a certain body part because of an injury, it kind of pisses me off because, I feel like all that hard work up to then is just a waste. Sometimes my ego gets the best of me and I want to push through it even when I know I shouldn't. That's what happened the first time I messed my knee up. I tried to push through the workout and, ignore the pain, but I shouldn't have did that, and it kind of made it worse. Over time, it did get better, like I said, once I started taking it more serious, doing my PT exercises. But I hate setbacks. I hate setbacks, especially when I've been working so hard and diligently trying to get to the point I'm at now. And then I feel like when I hit brick walls like that, it forces me to like sit the fuck down and I have to recover. But it's better to sit and recover than to try to keep pressing the issue and then make it worse. And then you just gradually make it worse and worse. You end up needing surgery and all this other crap. I gotta get used to having setbacks in the gym and actually taking my recoveries a little more serious. That's something I really gotta, work on. And I guess that can translate to life in general, And so I've been, even outside of the gym, it's just setbacks I done had that have really frustrated me, especially when I know I've been trying to do right and I've been trying to do things the way they should be done. It's discouraging when you get, stopped in your tracks or you end up taking steps backwards. You know what I mean? I guess sometimes it's God's way of saying sit still for a minute, you're going too fast. Who knows? Maybe setbacks happen and it's just something you got to get used to in life, especially when you striving to do things, when you striving for goals and trying to achieve things and you're trying to make progress at whatever it is you're passionate about, setbacks happen. And you can't, be mad at nobody. You can't beat yourself up. You just got to take a minute to sit down and reflect and see what you can do better, see how you can overcome those setbacks. They are discouraging, but you can't let them ruin your mood. And that's something I be having to tell myself. I can't let my setbacks ruin my mood, especially when I know I've been diligently doing right and trying up until that point where I hit that setback. I mean, it is what it is. Everything doesn't go as planned, and you got to be prepared for that. You got to have contingencies set up. You got to have, variations in your plan set up just in case this happens, just in case that happens. You have to look forward down the line and see what could happen that could set you back, and you have to plan ahead to try to overcome that. That's super important. I mean, because things are going to happen that are out of your control. That fall I took was out of my control. I did not see myself being finna do that. I think I failed because I did legs like the day before. Yeah, it was Tuesday. I did legs that Monday. My legs were sore as hell that next day. Delayed onset muscle soreness. It happens. But I was going up some steps and I don't know, I just missed a step. I fell and I slid. I hit my knee on the steps and I slid. I tried to catch myself, and the whole rest of that day my legs messed up. It got better, but today told me that it was a little more serious than what I thought, because like I said, today showed me that it was a little bit more serious than what I thought it was. But when it comes to things like that, you have to take preventative measures. When I messed my knee up in the gym, that could have been avoided if I did things the right way. My ego got the best of me that day. I wasn't even lifting that heavy that day. That's the crazy part, when I messed my knee up the first time I messed it up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, setbacks happen. Some things are out of your control, and you just have to be prepared for when they happen. Don't get discouraged, and don't let it ruin your mood. And prepare for, the future, so you don't have to run into that same mistake constantly. Keep yourself flexible. Keep your plans flexible for when, something like that happens that's out of your control. Because things happen, and even the most perfect of planners mess up. There are some things that just you cannot foresee. Some things that just can't be avoided. And even more so when you're not proactive about things and looking down the line and trying to actively see what could disrupt you or what could set you back. The part about letting it discourage you is just something that's it's natural, like I already said, when you've been doing good for so long, then something happens and it's like, damn, all that progress, now you took about 10 steps forward, now you're getting set back by like 20 steps. If you don't take that time to reflect and see what you can do better, you're just going to end up setting yourself back even more. You got sent back 20 steps. You have to take that time to look and see what you can do so you can jump ahead by 50 steps. You know what I mean? I just need to sit back. I better be lucky that I'm not having to get surgery. I'm lucky I can walk normal. And my knee, everything was good until I did my workout today. My knee felt great. When I did them squats and whatnot, I loaded that barbell. That's when shit started acting up. I'm like, damn. But it is what it is. I'm not going to stress too much about it. I'm just going to do what I can to, get better. I try my best not to let it mess up my day completely. I didn't want to have a bad day. So, it eventually faded from my mind, but it kept popping back up here and there because my knees, I felt pain in it here and there, like going up steps and stuff. And every time I felt that pain, it kind of just brought me down. You know what I mean? And it's natural. The thing is, my main thing is just trying not to let me have a bad day overall. I guess I do need to stop letting the gym and how my workouts go affect my day so much, because when I have a bad workout, that's how I end up having a bad day sometimes. Bad days happen. It is what it is. Setbacks happen and bad days happen. Some things you just can't avoid. There are circumstances and events that just unfold in ways that you just can't prepare for sometimes, and you have to accept it for what it is. You can't let it discourage you too much because it's out of your control. You can't be too mad because, there's nobody to blame. You know what I mean? You can't even really blame yourself if unless you didn't plan properly. I still made my day productive before going to work by editing a video, putting it out, on YouTube. I felt good about that. So I felt good. I still got something productive done before work. You know what I mean? Anytime I can do something good and productive before work or even after work, like right now, I feel good about it. I feel like my day wasn't totally wasted and it wasn't, all as bad as I made it seem. Don't be afraid to have bad days. They happen. It is what it is. Just don't let them bad days turn into bad weeks or bad months. Don't let the snowball effect start happening because, one bad day can mess you up for a long time if you let it. One bad day can really throw you off all the way down the line if you don't take control after that day. You have to take control and regroup yourself and, just don't let that one day throw you off because they are going to happen. Don't let your plans and your dreams go down the tub or down the hole just because something out of your control happened. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be a lot of other times that things out of your control might happen that you just have to deal with in some way. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's the end of everything that you've worked on. It doesn't mean that it's all over with unless it's super drastic. But, most of the time we have things happen and it set us back a little bit. We get discouraged and then we just fall off. Don't let that happen to you. You might be discouraged a little bit. It might throw your day off, but you can't let it throw off your ultimate goal. You can't let it stop you from achieving your dream. You can't let it discourage you from keeping up, and don't let it stop you from going to where you're trying to go in your life and be who you're trying to become. You know what I mean? Adversity builds character. There are a lot of things that are going to happen in life that probably need to happen to some people. You know what I mean? Because if it doesn't happen, it's something in that they needed to learn, and that's probably why it's happening to them. You got to look at it like that. You're probably going through what you're going through because there's something you need to learn, and look for the lesson in it. So, you can have that lesson and you learn it for the future. For the next time you got to deal with a similar situation or that exact situation. And that's how I'm starting to look at everything that I go through now. A lot of my problems occur from just me not knowing, being ignorant, or not doing enough planning or my due diligence, like I said. You can avoid that by just paying more attention, planning more carefully. Adversity builds character. There are things you go through that you have to go through. And if you're not pulling a lesson out of it, then you're going through it for nothing. You might go through it again. That you might find yourself in that same situation down the line, doing the same thing you did last time. And that's insanity. You know what I mean? If whatever you did the first time didn't work, you need to reassess the situation and figure out what you can do differently, or else you're going to keep repeating the same mistakes. If you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it. I mean, I know that's an old cliche saying, but it's true. It's very true. We make a lot of mistakes that we end up repeating that could be avoided. Most of our problems come from us and our heads. Of course, like I said, there are things that happen that are out of our control. And those are the things that you just can't be too mad at. It's hard to be mad at that because you didn't have any control over it. But you can be mad at yourself for not doing what you were supposed to do when you know better. When you know better, you do better in any circumstance. And it's a lot of cases where I knew better and I could have did better. But, it took me, some things it just took me too long to learn. There are lessons that I could have got way earlier if I had paid more attention and, did what I was supposed to do when it came to those situations and learn the lessons I was supposed to learn. Whatever you're going through, whether it's in your control or out of your control, learn from it. It can't hurt. You just got to learn from it. So that's what I took out of everything that went on with me today and how my mind was going and with the gym and whatnot. I've seen a lot of people go through a lot of things in life, and sometimes when another thing, and this is probably a little bit off topic, but some of the things that I go through, I'm like, do I really deserve to feel some type of way about this? There are people out there going through much worse, and I'm pretty sure there are people who have heard this plenty of times. It could always be worse, you know what I mean? And you don't really want to hear that sometimes. I know it's something, because everybody struggles differently. Some people's struggles are deeper than other people's. Like I said, like earlier, I'm like, damn, my knee, I messed it up. I don't know what's going on. And then it kind of had me like in a down mood when I got out the gym. And then another thought came in my head, like, man, there's somebody out there who didn't wake up today. There's somebody out there who's starving. The holidays is coming up and there's people starving. They ain't got no families to go to or none of that. Sometimes when I'm in a down mood, I think about stuff like that, and I'm like, what am I really sad about? I don't really have anything to be sad about. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, sometimes you don't want to hear that though, because you be in a mood where it's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, there are other people doing worse, but I'm still in a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's cliche and you hear it a lot, but it's true that it could always be worse. It could be. I mean, it's sometimes you don't want to hear that, but it could be. I'm just like, what am I really complaining about? What am I mad about? You know what I mean? What can I have an opportunity to do better. There are people out there who they got to worry about what they gonna eat in the next few hours, couple days. They got to worry about how they gonna feed their family. They got to worry about how they gonna pay rent. Or there's some people out there got to worry about, hell, if they finna die the next day. You know what I mean? I have the luxury of worrying about things like my knee or whatever, or I'm sitting here fixing me a nice plate of food, feeling down in the dumps because I had a bad workout. Like, what am I really complaining about? You know what I mean? I have no right sometimes. That's how that pops up in my head sometimes when I'm thinking how I think. And I'm not saying I'm not saying everybody should think like that, or maybe they should think like that. It just speaks to how self-absorbed we are and selfish sometimes. But like I said, everybody struggles differently. And so, do you have a right to feel down in the dumps? But at the same time, you gotta really think about the position you have in life and what you really complaining about when you complain, and what you really feeling bad about when you feel bad. We have the luxury of being able to take the steps to actually improve our environment, our lives, our financial positions. And, a lot of people don't. A lot of people spend most of their lives surviving because that's the environment they in. That's the position they in. A lot of people spend most of their lives fighting wars and living in wars. A lot of people spend a lot of their lives with simple things, like no power, no roof over their head. And some of them would be a lot more happier than we are. You know what I mean? I look at some of these people overseas in other countries, like kids and whatnot, and they have next to nothing, but they be happy, they be smiling, they be, they're playing and stuff still. You know what I mean? Still rejoicing when they can, still finding a reason to smile. And I'm like, damn, what the hell am I sitting over here depressed for about a bad workout? Like, how dare me? You know what I mean? If they can find happiness in their situation, why can't I? But everybody, and that's not to say people are wrong for feeling bad about, they simple problems. You know what I mean? I don't think it's wrong for people to have a bad day because they had a bad workout, or maybe they failed on a project or something, or you know what I mean? But I think it does help to think about how grateful you should be for what you do have. And I didn't really mean to turn this into a conversation about being grateful and all that whatnot. it was on my mind, so that's just something I wanted to talk about. But I guess it does pay to be grateful for what you do have, and you got to be. I guess it makes sense to be grateful for the problems you have. Be grateful that I should be grateful that I'm down because I had a bad workout. There's a lot of people that don't have any equipment to go work out with. You know what I mean? Or they don't live in an environment where they can afford to improve their health and their bodies and eat healthy foods. You know what I mean? They got to get what they can get and survive how they can. So I didn't mean to get off on a tangent, but I guess it's something that's worth thinking about whenever you're feeling down. So yeah, I don't know. Just something I was thinking about, But like I said, people struggle differently. Everybody got their own struggles in life, and it is what it is. All those adversities, all those things that people got going on, it builds character at the end of the day. Some people get stuck in a loop of going through the same mistakes over and over again, and they never learn, they never build any character. You don't want to be that person. Always strive to be grateful for what you have. Don't overthink so much. Don't let simple things get you down. Don't let simple things ruin your mood, ruin your day, because you always have something to be grateful for. You know what I mean? Sometimes it pays to think about the people who are doing worse than you. You could be doing worse than them, or you could be doing as bad as they are. Take time to look at yourself, look at your surroundings, and pat yourself on the back for the progress you have made, even if you hit setbacks and whatnot. Pat yourself on the back for the progress you have made and where you have come, and realize that some things are inevitable, but you have to learn from them so you can progress even more past that point. If you're not learning, you're not going to progress past that point. Don't be afraid of setbacks. Don't be afraid of adversity. Lean into it, learn from it, and continue to grow. There's no better teacher in life than experience. And a lot of that stuff you have to experience in order to get to the person you're trying to be in your life. It's okay to have a setback here and there. It's okay to have a bad day, but don't let it define you. Don't let it knock you off your square. That's basically it. Keep your head on your shoulders. Keep your head up. Don't ever let nobody see you with your head down, no matter what you're going through, because there are people looking at you who get encouragement from you, and you never know who you're encouraging. You never know who's looking to you for strength. You know what I mean? Whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to strive for, there are other people who are scared to do the things that they want to do in life. And when they see you, they get more encouragement to do what they want to do, because it gives them hope that it's possible for them too. That's something that I've learned doing, and I never thought that what I do is anything important. Like, I make these videos and I never thought it was anything important. It was just something I was doing to get myself doing something that I wanted to do, I guess. I never really thought I was saying anything too important or saying anything that was really all that groundbreaking, which I'm really not. I mean, you can hear stuff like this all over the internet, you know what I mean? But I've learned that what I do does encourage other people to do things that they want to do, and it inspires people. Take time to pay attention to the people you inspire, or even if you don't do that, just know that somebody's watching you. Somebody's looking to you for inspiration. Somebody's looking to you for hope. You inspiring somebody to achieve their dreams and go for what they want to go for in life. That's why you have to keep your head up, no matter what you're going through. And it's okay to be vulnerable, though. It's okay to show that side of you that's down and hurting, because people need to see that other people are human and flawed too. Other people are going through things that they're going through. Some people need to see that, because it helps them too. But you can't let it govern you in your existence. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bounce back and you gotta keep going, same way you was going before anything happened. That's pretty much it for now. Glad I got all that out. I'm gonna cut this off here, because it's time for me to go to sleep. That's it. Peace out.